Χαίρετε. Πόσοι Αμερικάνοι άραγε να έχουν παίξει μπάσκετ στην Ελλάδα? Πόσοι να έχουν περάσει τον Ατλαντικό να βρουν μπασκετική στέγη στην πατρίδα μας ανά τα χρόνια? Και μιλάμε τώρα για παιχταράδες. Τι να πρωτοθυμηθούμε? Μπέρι, Τάρπλεϊ, Ντομινίκ, Μπάιρον Σκοτ, Wiggins. Η λίστα δεν θα τελειώσει ποτέ. Μπορείς να φτιάξεις μια δωδεκάδα που να την βάλεις να παίξει All-Star Game κανονικό έτσι στο NBA. Τέτοιο επίπεδο παιχτών, και όσο πας προς τα πίσω, ακόμα τα ονόματα γίνονται και μεγαλύτερα. Αλλά πόσοι από αυτούς τους χιλιάδες παίχτες έχουν δεθεί με την ομάδα τους, με την κερκίδα? Πόσοι έχουν γίνει ένα με τους οπαδούς και να έχουν ενσωματωθεί στον οργανισμό σαν να ήταν από το εφηβικό, ξέρω εγώ, στην ομάδα? Ελάχιστοι. Ο Τζέιμς Γκιστ είναι ένας από αυτούς. Σίγουρα δεν είναι ο πιο ταλαντούχος, σίγουρα δεν έχει σχέση έτσι, ποιοτικά με κανέναν από αυτούς που προανέφερα. Όμως, στην επταετή του παραμονή στον Παναθηναϊκό αγαπήθηκε όσο ελάχιστη. Δηλαδή αυτός ο Λάσμε και ο Μπατίστ, αυτός και ο Μπατίστ κυρίως, ήταν δύο λατρεμένα παιδιά της κερκίδας. Δύο άνθρωποι οι οποίοι έγιναν κομμάτι της ιστορίας. Ο Τζέιμς Γκιστ λοιπόν, και λόγω έτσι της παρόρμησής του, λόγω του ενθουσιώδους χαρακτήρα του, της τρέλας που κουβαλούσε, της αγωνιστικής του ας πούμε υπερδιέγερσης κάθε φορά που έπαιζε, κέρδισε τον τίτλο του αγαπημένου παιδιού. Είναι καλοκαίρι 2012, ο Ολυμπιακός είναι πρωταθλητής της Ευρώπης, έχει κερδίσει το πρωτάθλημα. Οι οπαδοί κάνουν ουρές έξω το κάραβελ για να μείνει ο Ζότς, όμως ο Ζότς φεύγει. Αναλαμβάνει ο coach ο Αρχίδης Πεδουλάκης, ή αλλιώς Τάκης Λεμονής του μπασκετικού Παναθηναϊκού, σε κάθε περίπτωση, και ξεκινάει μια σεζόν μυστήρια. Μια σεζόν πειραματική, με διαφορετικό στήσιμο, σε μια προσπάθεια να κρατηθεί ο Παναθηναϊκός ψηλά, να μην γκρεμιστούν τα πάντα έτσι μετά τη φυγή του Σέρβου. Η σεζόν ξεκινάει με τον Άντι Πάνκο, όπως σας θυμόσαστε όλοι, και κάπου στις αρχές της χρονιάς, λίγο πριν τα Χριστούγεννα, ο Πάνκο γίνεται μια ανταλλαγή και πηγαίνει στην Μάλαγα, από την πολύ καλή ομάδα της Μάλαγα να πω τότε, από την οποία έρχεται και δίνεται στα πράσινα, από πράσινα έβγαλε, πράσινα έβαλε, ο Τζέιμς Γκιστ. Πολλοί νομίζουν ότι αυτή είναι η μοναδική και η πρώτη βέβαια έτσι, ανταλλαγή στην ιστορία της EuroLeague, αλλά δεν είναι έτσι. Το 2005 ο Τράιαν Λάγκ τον έχει υπογράψει στην Μάλαγα, πάλι Μάλαγα, από την Ρωσία όπου έπαιζε από την Λοκομοτίβ. Όμως εκεί εμφανίστηκε η Τσεσεκά, θέλω τον Λάγκ τον εγώ, μα έχει συμβόλαιο, μπαίνει ο Μπερτομέου μέσα, τα κάνει πλακάκια με τη Τσεσεκά και ουσιαστικά γίνεται trade πριν καν παίξει ο Λάγκ, πάει στην Τσεσεκά με αντάλλαγμα τον δεινό σκόρερ Μάρκους Μπράουν. Τέλος πάντων, παρένθεση αυτό, ιστορική αναφορά. Ο Γκιστ έρχεται στον Παναθηναϊκό και τον Δεκέμβρη του 2012 παίζει το πρώτο του παιχνίδι. Τη χρονιά εκείνη λοιπόν ο Παναθηναϊκός βρίσκει φόρμουλα και καταφέρνει και νικάει τον δις πρωταθλητή Ευρώπης Ολυμπιακό, γιατί το πήρε και το 2013, στους τελικούς της Ελληνικής Λίγκας. Παίρνει το πρωτάθλημα που τόσο αναζητούσε, απρόσμενα θα έλεγε κανείς, και παραλίγο να πάει και στο Final Four της Ευρωλίγκα, σε μια τρομερή σειρά εναντίον της Μπαρτσελώνα. Θυμόσαστε εκεί που ο Διαμαντίδης χορεύει τον Τζαβάη και βάζει το τρίποντο. Τζαβάη, αγόρι μου, που πας? Εντάξει, είσαι που είσαι δεινόσαυρος, εκεί πέρα δεν έχεις καμία δουλειά. Βρέθηκες τέλος πάντων και ο Διαμαντίδης έβαλε το τρίποντο. Παρόλα αυτά δεν κατάφερε να πάει εν τέλει στο Final Four. Ο Τζέιμς Γκιστ λοιπόν κάνει και τον ντεμπούτο του με τις Ζαλγκίρις στην Ευρωλίγκα και η ιστορία ξεκινάει και γράφεται. Πέρα από τους τίτλους που έχει πάρει ο Γκιστ με τον Παναθηναϊκό, δεν κατάφερε ποτέ να πάει σε κάποιο Final Four. Παρ' όλα αυτά έγινε ένα απόσπαστο κομμάτι της ιστορίας, όπως είπαμε. Δημιούργησε, να πω το καλύτερο, να τολμήσω να το πω, το καλύτερο αμυντικό δίδυμο όλων των εποχών στην Ευρωλίγκα, μαζί με τον Στεφάν Λάσμε. Κράξτε όσο θέλετε. Λάσμε και Γκιστ ήταν Αρλάουκας και Σαμπόνις της άμυνας. Τέλος. Βρίσκει ο Πεδουλάκης μια μυστική φόρμουλα, ας πούμε, τους καταφέρνει, τους δένει. Παίζεις με δύο τερματοφύλακες πίσω στην άμυνα. Έχει το Μασιούλης που είναι πολύ σκληρός, ως small forward. Και το σημαντικότερο απ' όλα είναι ότι ο Γκιστ γίνεται ο πρώτος όχι ο πρώτος, ο πρώτος που έχουμε εμείς στο μυαλό μας σαν ανάμνηση, ψηλός forward, ο οποίος αναγκάζεται, καλείται τέλος πάντων να παίξει άμυνα έναν combo guard όπως είναι ο Βασίλης Πανούλης, το πιο δολοφονικό παίκτη έτσι, στην Ευρωλίγκα για πολλά χρόνια. Ο Πεδουλάκης δοκίμασε αυτό το τρίκ, έβαλε τον Γκιστ, έναν πολύ μοντέρνο αθλητή τότε, να παίξει άμυνα πάνω Σπανούλη με τρομερή επιτυχία. Ο Γκιστ τα κατάφερε, πήρε άριστα 10 στο διαγώνισμα αυτό, στο δύσκολο διαγώνισμα αυτό, και έγινε πασίγνωστο, και ακόμα το έχω δει και σε logo, σε signature, ξέρετε, τον Γκιστ να χαμηλώνει, να παίζει άμυνα πάνω στο Σπανούλη, αναγκάζοντάς τον να κάνει πιο απορενοημένες, ας πούμε, ενέργειες, κλείνοντάς του ουσιαστικά το οπτικό πεδίο και το γήπεδο. Λοιπόν, ο Τζέιμς Γκιστ, ο οποίος θα μπορούσε να κάνει παραπάνω πράγματα αν δύο άσχημες στιγμές δεν σημάδευαν την καριέρα του. Μιλάω βέβαια ότι τον Απρίλιο του 2015, μετά τον αλυσμόνιο τελικό του κυπέλου, βρίσκεται θετικός σε κάναβη, είναι δεύτερη φορά που του συμβαίνει αυτό μετά τη Φενέρ, και τιμωρείται με έναν 8μηνο αποκλεισμό. Έφτασε κοντά και στη λίστη συνεργασίας με τον Παναθηναϊκό. Έμεινε 8 μήνες έξω, και ξέρετε πόσο σημαντική είναι 8 μήνες έξω για έναν αθλητή υγιή, όχι τραυματία. Έτσι. Και φυσικά η θλιβερή στιγμή το 2016 στη Μαδρίτη, βέβαια, όπου τραυματίζεται σοβαρά, μένει 4 μήνες έξω με ένα τραυματισμό στο γόνατο. Αυτό του στοίχησε και σε αθλητικότητα, ίσως λίγο, και τη χρονιά εκείνη πήγε πίσω η παρουσία του και όλα αυτά. Έχω την εντύπωση ότι αν αυτές οι δύο στιγμές δεν συμβαίνανε, έτσι, στην ιστορία που έγραψε ο Γκιστ, τα πράγματα θα ήταν ακόμα καλύτερα για αυτόν. Αποχώρησε τον Παναθηναϊκό, έπαιξε ένα τελευταίο μάτς με τον Προμηθέα και έκτοτε συνέχισε την καριέρα του στην Ευρωλίγκα λίγα χρόνια ακόμα. Στη Βιλερμπάν έπαιξε, στην Bayern Μονάχου και στον Ερυθρό Αστέρα. Νομίζω με την ανάποδη σειρά. Πήγε στον Ερυθρό Αστέρα, μετά πήγε στην Bayern και έκλεισε την καριέρα του στην Ευρωλίγκα με την Ασβέλ. Πού είναι τώρα ο Τζέιμς Γκιστ? Η Court Seat Podcast, λοιπόν, like, subscribe, τα λοιπά που λέει και ο Θανάσης, μην ξεχνιόμαστε, έψαξε και βρήκε τον Τζέιμς Γκιστ, ο οποίος αγωνίζεται στο πρωτάθλημα της Ινδονησίας, παρακαλώ, και απόψε έχουμε την χαρά και την τιμή να σας τον παρουσιάζουμε. Κυρίες και κύριοι, Τζέιμς Γκιστ.
Πού χάθηκες ρε ψυχή? Μιχαλάκη, τι γίνεται?
Μια χαρά, Θανάση μου, μια χαρά σε όλους.
Μεγάλη επιτυχία του αγαπημένου αδερφού, συναδέλφου και κολλητού Μιχάλη, που ξετρύπωσε Τζέιμς Γκιστ στην Ινδονησία, έτσι. Και θέλουμε να δούμε πού είναι, τι κάνει και να μας πει και καμιά παλιά ιστορία, έτσι, ωραία. Λοιπόν, Μυρωδιά Σπυριάρας, podcast, ξέρετε τι να κάνετε, like, subscribe και τα λοιπά, έτσι. Και πάμε να χαιρετήσουμε τον James. James, okay. Thank you very much for being with us.
No problem. Thank you for having me, guys. I appreciate it.
You have been 7 years in Greece, in Panathinaikos, but let me begin by asking about your current situation. You are in Indonesia. Talk to us about the league there and your life there.
Life is different, man. Life is different, but it's fun. You know, it's fun. I'm enjoying. It was my first year playing in the Asian league at that, especially traveling out to Indonesia. Never, would have thought, first of all, that I'd be playing 16 years professionally, and then secondly, that I would be playing in Indonesia at any point in my career. But I'm in a city called Bandung. It's Bandung. The name of my team is Parolα, Prawira. And they're in the first division Indonesia League. We get a chance to participate in what they have a FIBA Champions League of their own between Asian countries like Taiwan, Thailand, China. Where else? We actually go to Mongolia in April. and we have a tournament against a lot of these teams. Japan is in it as well. We play against a few countries that are in this league as well, and hopefully we can advance, into the final rounds. I think the finals will be here in our city at the main sportsplex where they had the FIBA World Cup games a few years back.
Okay.
So it's a new experience, man, and I'm really enjoying it. Being out here playing with the new team, the guys on my team, they're good. They're great guys, and it's new. It's new. I don't think they've ever had the opportunity of playing with a guy that like me who's traveled and played in a lot of different leagues, around the world. But at the same time, I haven't played in a league like this, so it's a new experience for all of us. And I'm really enjoying it, though.
Do you have any problems with the food?
I'm still trying to figure it out, man. I'm still trying to figure it out. I've almost been here 2 weeks almost. I just got out here not too long ago, signed for the rest of the season. And I'm really trying to find, a restaurant or someplace where I can find consistently good food. It's not so easy right now because I'm trying to understand the language and adjust to a new culture. I found a few spots. They have a good Marriott out here where they have some great Sunday brunch, man. Some great Sunday brunch. So I look forward to the Sundays. They have the American restaurants. They have Wingstop. They have McDonald's. They have KFC, Pizza Hut, Domino's. Like I can find places like that, but I really want to find some good, authentic Indonesian food that I can get and that I can enjoy and not feel like I can't eat it.
Thanasis, keep money to open a Greek restaurant over there.
It would be low. Oh my gosh. Yeah, man. Give me some euros, man. Some souvlaki. I can do some souvlaki.
Yeah. Okay. So let's go back some years in your Panathinaikos years, which was, I don't know, maybe you and Baptiste have been the longest serving Americans in Panathinaikos, or not? I think you are.
Maybe so. I believe so. Yeah, consistently. Like after the years, I think we played the most years. I mean, Nikolatis too, but he has the Greek passport and everything. But he's another one who played a lot of years in Panathinaikos as a player.
Okay, I want you to tell me some story or whatever you want from the 2013 championship. Olympiacos comes from a back-to-back League title.
They won the EuroLeague, right?
Yes. And everybody thinks that without Obradovic and with Pedulakis as your head coach, Olympiacos is the great favorite for this series. But you win the league, and after some time, Bartzokas loses his job in the next season.
Right.
So tell us about this time here, around summer of 2013.
It was a new season. Not a new season because I got traded to Panathinaikos in the middle of the season that year.
Yes.
What's crazy is a crazy story. That summer leading into that season, Panathinaikos calls me. I think the assistant coach Sotiris, he spoke really good English, so he was on the phone with me talking about how much
Manolopoulos.
Yeah. He called and he was talking about how the team really wanted me. How Pedulakis, he was a new coach this year. He even had Diamantidis. Diamantidis was on the phone, and we talked for about a good 30 minutes to an hour. And they were just like, we really want you to come. And in my mind, it was like, I didn't know much about Panathinaikos, but what I did know about Panathinaikos was that you had Jelko Obradovic, and you guys had won a lot of championships, EuroLeague-wise as well. A lot of great players had come through there, and I realized that this was the first year that Obradovic had left. I think he retired, initially. It was like he was done coaching. And that everybody had pretty much left the team. The only people that were returning were Diamantidis and Chacharis, Kostas Chacharis. Mm-hmm. Everybody else wasn't, was a new player or a new thing. And so it was just like, I don't know. I didn't know. And I had other opportunities to sign in other teams, and I ended up signing in Malaga, Spain. I remember they came to me and I was talking to them. We had a lot of good foreign players. We had Marcus Williams, who I had played with a few times during the summer over the NBA circuit. And just in general, we had a good relationship. Had another player, Earl Calloway, Kruno Simone, who ended up eventually playing with Efes and got 2 EuroLeague titles. We had Zoran Dragic, Fran Vasquez, who came from the NBA not too long ago. You know, we had a really, really good team. Kostas Perovic, we had a really good team. And I just looked at it as like, you know, getting a chance to play in the ACB. You know, you had the Kings Cup. You know, if EuroLeague didn't work out, you know, you still had the ACB. It was a top league. And it was just like, you know, I chose Malaga. I was like, you know, I think I'm going to go to Spain. Chose Malaga. And come December, I still end up at Panathinaikos.
Yeah. in this Panko Gist.
Yeah, it was a trade. It was a trade between and Panko. And I didn't know
I have a short quiz for you after this.
Okay. Yeah, it was Andy Panko that I got traded for, you know, and it was just crazy that, you know, no matter what happened from that summer, that conversation I had with Soterius and Demotides and, you know, telling them that I think I was going to go to Malaga, no matter what happened, I ended up at Panathinaikos no matter what. I ended up in Panathinaikos that year, and we ended up winning the championship. You know, we made it to the playoffs. We lost to Barcelona in Game 5 to go to the Final Four. We had two very good opportunities of winning, and we just fell short. You know, we fell short, but in a very good series. And in that time, I think that we became just a great team. You know, we became a great team 1 week too late. That was kind of it. And we had matched up with Olympiacos a couple times during the season already. We won the cup. I had experience of playing against Olympiacos prior to getting to Panathinaikos. So, like, for me, the energy and the drive that I had playing against them didn't come from a love-hate thing. It wasn't a rivalry thing for me. It was just you know, I understand that this team is really good, but I didn't think they were as good as everybody thought they were, personally. Even though they won the EuroLeague, I didn't think that they were as good as everybody thought they were. You know, everybody was mad. When Olympiacos won the EuroLeague, everybody was like, oh, like, I can't believe they won. We got to play them. And it's like, you know, for me, and some of the guys in the locker room, like Stefan Lasme, Masulis, you know, Bramos, you know, we had these conversations like Rocco Ukas. We had these conversations like, it's good that they won. Yeah, we want them to win. You know, we wanted the Olympiacos to win. For one, it was good for Greece. You know, to have a team in the EuroLeague, to have a team raise a banner that's Greek, you know, that above anything was the best thing. And then two, we get a chance to beat them. You know, we felt like if we made that Final Four, if we beat Barcelona, that we made that Final Four, and we had to meet up with Real Madrid and we had to meet up with Olympiacos, we were going to win. Like, we knew in our mind that we were going to win, and we just fell short. That team right there, we had a really, really good team. So when we came back and played them in the playoffs for the Greek League, in our mind, before the league even started, we knew we were going to win. Okay. It just made it better that they won the EuroLeague. It just made it so much better that they won the EuroLeague.
Yes, indeed. But no, not everybody thinks the same. I mean, many people are fans that want the best for their team and the worst for the other team. So never mind. Okay.
And this is why you guys are fans. This is why we play basketball.
Yeah, for sure. James, describe us your battles versus Vasilis Panoulis. I mean, your personal matchup.
I mean, you know,
a big man versus a combo guard.
Yeah, I mean, Spanoulis is by far one of the greatest players to ever play the game, you know, of basketball, you know, and unfortunately he's Greek. Unfortunately, he was on the other team, you know, and it was one of those things where he, like, for a good time period, at least while I was playing in my prime years, I'd say 4 years, maybe more. Spanoulis was the most dangerous player in EuroLeague basketball, in European basketball. You know, in the last 5 minutes of the game. It didn't matter what he was doing all game. Spanoulis could miss every shot that he took all game, and you would think that, oh, today's just not his day. He's not having a good game. We're playing great, you know, all of this. And Olympiacos was one of those teams where when Spanoulis played good, they played good. Spanoulis played bad, you know, you had a chance. But in the last 5 minutes of the game, Spanoulis was the most dangerous player on the court in Europe. There was nobody that was more dangerous to him, and hence his name, Kill Bill. He got his name Kill Bill for a reason. You know, he would just flip a switch, man. He would flip a switch, and it didn't matter. He was going to find a way to will his team to win. And so to have the opportunity to play against somebody like that several times, you know, you learn from him. Even though you're an opponent, you learn from him. And I learned a lot, you know, playing against him. He was a great player, and the matchups that we had, you know, they were battles. They were real battles. He won some and I won some, you know, and that's just how it goes, you know, and there was nothing but respect there. You know, when you play against guys like that, the respect that you get is you play your best. You know, you don't let players like that just be great and just watch them like they're superheroes or something like this. No, you give your best because you that's a respect between. It's a hidden respect. It's a secret, a silent respect. You know, you play your A game, he's gonna play his A game, and the best man wins. And we had several matchups like that, you know, and it was great playing against, you know, a player of that caliber and against a team of Olympiacos like that, you know, in those years. I think it was great for Greek basketball. I think it was great for European basketball. You know, it was an amazing time. We had some real battles, man.
Μιχάλη, θες ένα quiz να κάνεις και να κλείσουμε?
Yes, I have a short quiz. James, is your trade with Adipanko the first in EuroLeague history or not?
I feel like it's the only one.
No.
I don't think it's happened ever since. I feel like before me there was no trade. There was no trade before me. After me, player for player, like contract for contract. I don't know if that's ever happened.
Yes. In 2005, Tryon Langton has just signed with Malaga from Lokomotiv Moscow, but there came CSKA Moscow and said, I want the player. Bertomeu has intervention with the Malaga, and they trade Tryon Langton to CSKA Moscow for Marcus Brown.
Wow, player for player.
I didn't know that. Okay.
I didn't know that. You know, it wasn't in that case that people feel like I guess mine was the most successful.
Yes, it is.
It's an unknown story, yes.
Λοιπόν, τέλος, να τον αφήσουμε να φύγει τον άνθρωπο.
Χωρίς ιστορία.
Άντε, είναι ιστορία. Okay.
Without a spicy story, James, you can't.
The last thing that we want from you, a spicy, a funny story, whatever you can share with us, and then you are free to go. I mean, from your years in Greece.
A spicy story, huh?
Funny.
There's so many, man. You're talking about over 7 years, like all the things that, you know, ever happened.
Something with the president, maybe with the Greek
president.
players.
I mean, Giannakopoulos, you know, he's passionate, you know. He's passionate about the team. He's passionate about, you know, Panathinaikos. If you cut him, he bleeds green, you know. It's just, that's one of those things. And he was great for us. He did a lot of things, you know, for the club. And I mean, you see how the club is going now. I'm just trying to think of, like, it's so many stories, man. I probably would say, you know, after winning the championship and riding back on top of the bus, man, from Piraeus all the way back to Maroussa, you know, and it's just thousands of fans of fans on their bikes and their cars, and you got Giannakopoulos in the all-black Hummer right behind. He's just honking the horn. And everybody's going crazy. You got me and Singleton on top of the bus, man, enjoying that. Like, that was an ultimate feeling. You know, it's hard to explain a feeling like that because you accomplish something after a very, very difficult season. A very, very difficult playoff run against Olympiacos, man. And I think that they had the home court advantage. So we were playing in Seth, you know, it wasn't looked for us to win that. And I just remember after getting that win, everybody's on the bus. I said, yo, I'm going on top of the bus. Everybody's like, what? I opened up the security thing. I'm sitting there knocking it up. Everybody's like, you know, be careful. I'm like, man, get off me, man. I'm about to, like, we got all this. We got Athens in front of us. We got Athens behind us. Let's say we got Athens behind us. Everybody, you know, all the Panathinaikos. I mean, we're just rolling straight up Leo Forest Confucius all the way back home. You just see the fans. Everybody's going crazy, honking horns, flares, and they following the bus back to Oaxaca. We get to Oaxaca. It's like 40,000 people outside. You know, it's a zoo. And one of those is probably the most memorable moments for me, man. That was probably one of the most memorable moments, you know, being a part of Panathinaikos, you know, just being able to hold that trophy, being able to just take that moment and connect with everybody who supported us all year long. You know, you had people hanging out their apartment windows and we honking the horn, they just hanging out. We like, we see you. We see everybody, you know. It felt like we were one with the fans in that moment, man. We were one with the fans in that moment. And so, you know, that was probably one of the most exciting moments of my career.
Okay. Thank you, James. Thank you very much.
Ευχαριστούμε.
Να είσαι καλά. Ευχαριστούμε.
No problem. Thank you guys too, Afadi Stove. And appreciate y'all taking the time to be able to do this.
Γεια σου, γεια σου. Stay safe.
Yeah.
Bye.
Take care.
Να είστε καλά όλοι. Φιλιά πολλά. Καλή συνέχεια μπασκετική.